What is good, y'all? I've got some super sick buffs for Alolan Golem and Graveler. I love both these guys so much. So before I get into explaining my thought process behind all of the stuff, although to be honest, you can read why Galvanize is gone on the very bottom of the screen if you want to pause and read that real quick. But before I get into it talking about all of these awesome changes here, I recommend you pause the video and read the description. I have a bullet point list explaining all the basics of the ROM hack, and when you're done with the video, you can check out my other videos linked down below, and most importantly, as you see on screen, the Google Sheet, which has all these categories you can click on, also on the bottom here, but that's cropped out right now. But you can most importantly go to this move guide right here, and it'll take you to the move guide, and it's just super important to understanding how the game functions now because every move is reworked into these new categories. So I would recommend you just scroll and check that out. Yeah, with all that being said, Galvanize is gone because it's bad now. It's bad unless the Pokemon has a move like Tri Attack, which hits 3 times, Fake Out, Extreme Speed, something unique. Because in this game, I've given every type good options, like access to, reliable, strong stab variants, right? As you can see, like Recoil, Close Combat, Trickle Meteor, all these like strong variants. So stuff like, Galvanize, Double Edge, and Giga Impact, and all this stuff is good normally, but in this game, it's not good anymore. It's not bad, but it's not that impressive, especially on a slower Pokemon. Anyways, like, what's the point? You better have a different ability. So, Alolan Golem has Mega Launcher, which is a much better boosting ability because of all the new Mega Launcher moves. So, for all 3 of you babies who are whining about Galvanize being gone, who could shut up? Like, just shut up. Because yeah, every single option, like for example, Double Edge has Wild Charge and Volt Tackle. Giga Impact has Electro Assault. Hyper Beam has Zap Cannon. Body Slam has, Wild Charge, Thunder Punch, etc. So the point is, it's just not a very good ability anymore. Mega Launcher gives you a 50% boost to all sorts of coverage moves and stab moves. So if you look on the screen, all of the moves that are bolded are boosted by Mega Launcher. So Alolan Golem, both Golem and Graveler have Volt Rush as well, which is great for speed. Graveler is also fast enough to actually abuse Choice Scarf on its own. 65 base speed, I believe, barely outspeeds base 95 or 99 or something. Let me double check. With the neutral speed nature and 20 IVs on your Golem, on your Graveler, you're hitting 327. Yeah, you everything below base 100 speed versus the AI, you will outspeed with your Graveler with Choice Scarf, so that's really good. However, Golem is much more offensively oriented with that Mega Launcher, while Graveler is more defensively oriented. Stat-wise, they're really similar, actually, just the fact that Golem is a slower and a mixed attacker, while Graveler is basically it's got 5 less in everything besides speed and special attack. So it's 5 less HP, 5 less attack, 5 less defense, 5 less SPDF. So it's much bulkier with the Violet, much bulkier than Golem. So if you want that bulk, you can do rough skin stuff, and if you want offense purely, you can go for Golem. Obviously, Golem is still tanky too. It's really up to which of the 2 you prefer, because I know some people, myself included, I wouldn't say so much for Alolan Golem, because Alolan Golem is fucking dope, but for regular Golem and Graveler, I low-key prefer Graveler. So yeah, I make Graveler an option over Golem because his design is just much different, right? Like, Graveler has that rock monster energy, like just a rock golem, the big fucking arms. While Golem is like a weird reptile creature, right? So I think if you prefer one or the other, you can use either one. The part of this ROM hack is supposed to be using what you like to use. So if you like the design of Graveler better, you keep Graveler. Or if you like the playstyle of Golem better, you keep Golem. It's really up to you. Obviously, Mega Launcher is fucking dope. So Volt Rush is great for terrain, right? You can either do manual terrain, or you can do terrain with one of your allies and then switch into your Golem. It's very easy in an in-game context to get terrain going. And you can just kind of go crazy from there. Is this music too loud? Hope not. But yeah, I really do love these guys. So in terms of Mega Launcher boosted options, you have Stab, Zap Cannon, and Rock Wrecker at the end of the game, both of which are Draco Meteor variants. So Zap Cannon is 210 base power with Mega Launcher special move, and then Rock Wrecker is 210 base power with Mega Launcher physical move. So obviously it's really cool. He has this giant fucking king on his cannon on his back, which is why I gave him Mega Launcher, which is why he's a mixed attacker. And being a mixed attacker in this ROM hack is great in general because you have so many options with Move Relearner. You can switch to physical and special depending on the situation, which is really nice. It's really nice to have that versatility on your Pokemon like this. Terra Blast is always Mega Launcher boosted, so no matter what Terra type you pull from RNGing, you'll have Stab on that. You have Flash Cannon, Aura Sphere, Dark Pulse, and Flamethrower, which are 135 power with Mega Launcher. Energy Ball, which is 142.5 power with Mega Launcher. Mud Bomber and Fire. Mud Bomber is the best of those. Mud Bomber is the best of the high base power Mega Launcher coverage because Fire Blast and Focus Blast can miss, so they're pretty niche. But Mud Bomber is really good. It's just a consistent special ground type surging strikes. Really, really nice. So yeah, Mud Bomb is a good option. You can definitely take advantage of that with Mega Launcher. You know, very very strong. Meteor Beam is cool with with Power Herb, excuse me, but of course you can't use Quick Claw and Power Herb at the same time. Quick Claw in general is a great item with Mega Launcher Golem to get one kill, or you can do bulky Mega Launcher stuff like Assault Vest Mega Launcher, stuff like that, or even Rock Polish Mega Launcher. Speaking of Rock Polish, Sturdy and Rock Polish is incredible. Sturdy in general is just a great ability to have because again you have these 3 ability slots, right? So you can switch between your abilities at all times. You're not always going to need the Rough Skin chip. You're not always going to be using Volt Rush for speed. You're not always going to be using Mega Launcher for damage boosting because you're already strong to begin with. So sometimes you're just going to want to have Sturdy just for the consistency. Even if you're not using it on purpose, it's still good just to have as a backup, right? In the back on a Teamlocked nuzlocke, because the whole point is trying to preserve your Pokemon, keep them alive, make the most out of them. But yeah, there's tons of really good all sorts of good implications of Sturdy. Like you can do it as a pivot with Volt Switch or eject button. You can do it with setup with Rock Polish or bulk up. You can do it with all sorts of good things. Utility moves, you know, you also have healing moves like Recharge and Set Amend. Set Amend heals you by 2/3 in Sand, otherwise it's just Recover. Recharge gives you 1/3 HP and doubles the power of your next electric move, which is really good with stuff like Spark, specifically Spark or Shockwave. Mudshot is also Mega Launcher boosted. Vacuum Wave is Mega Launcher boosted. Rock Blast is, but it's kind of niche because you're not very fast, so you're not going to abuse loaded dice very well. But you could for certain situations, like maybe if there's like a really slow, bulky Pokemon in front of you that has like Sturdy or Energy Shield, you could do Mega Launcher loaded dice Rock Blast to you know blitz through that thing. But that's a pretty niche application. The main thing is just all these strong coverage moves, right? Those 4 I listed earlier, those 5 I listed earlier, 6 actually. 6 coverage moves, and then all sorts of strong stabs as well. Even Hyper Beam, right? I mean, Hyper Beam, well, despite not having Galvanize, is still like a, what is it, 225 power high normal type move? You know, that's really, if you got Terra Normal, dude, oh my god, I would bust everywhere, bro. Terra Normal would be so fucking sick on this guy with Hyper Beam. Terra Ground would be sick with Bug Bomber. All these Terra types would be really cool if you have a really strong move, but even if you don't, you always are going to have that Terra Blast or Mega Launcher, so regardless, it's going to be cool. Electro Shot is really good in terrain because you can do Power Herb Electro Shot with Volt Rush or Meteor Beam, either one, and you can outspeed, and you know now you're +2 speed, +1 special attack, and you can go crazy. Graveler can't do that obviously because he's not a special attacker at all, but physically he's still very strong. 115 attack with all your high base power options like Electro Assault and Volt Tackle and Head Smash and Rock Wrecker and all this stuff is all really good. You know, Strength, Stone Edge, they're all consistent, reliable, strong Rock type moves. In fact, every single Rock type move in the game is accurate now. Every single attacking Rock type move. I don't think there's a single inaccurate one anymore. Very few moves in this game are inaccurate if you're new here, but yeah, no, there's literally not a single one. So that's all really good. They're all 100% accurate. They all have drawbacks still. I mean, the stronger ones have drawbacks. You know, Strength deals recoil, Stone Edge can't be used twice in a row. Although on a slow Pokemon like this, that drawback only matters really for Scarf Graveler or for like, I don't know. It's not really a big deal. Point is, it's like that's why Strength is so early at level 41 because most of the time Stone Edge will be better than Strength. So that's why you can get some Strength usage early on before you get the Stone Edge TM potentially. Obviously, it depends on the game path, at what exact level you're gonna get the TMs at. But yeah. This guy's super fun, super straightforward, honestly, now that I've covered it all. I mean, I explained why Galvanize is gone. Again, Graveler is great with the Violite, Rough Skin. Even without a Violite, Rough Skin, it's good. You can do Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin. Like, its stats are good enough to not even need a Violite all the time. You can still do Scarf, you can still do Quick Claw, you can still do other defensive items, especially if you have another NFE on your team and you need a Violite on them. You don't have to worry about your Graveler being like a Violite hog, is the point. So you can totally keep him past level 35. Golem also has other good defensive utility like Plasma Pulse, which is a guaranteed burn move. That's a fun option. You know, just for some good defensive utility. It's also Mega Launcher boosted, so it's 90 power. Rising Voltage is very strong with Volt Rush. I want to kind of encourage that early Volt Rush usage, so Rising Voltage pretty early on. Very, very strong. Honestly, I probably should put it later, but who cares? I'll let him cook. I don't know, man. It's pretty much it. Weather Ball to Rain Pulse are also good in weather, like if you're running that with Mega Launcher. Or in general. Geodude does keep Galvanize purely just for Headbutt. That's literally the only move he has for it. Do you see my point? Like, Galvanize is mid, man. It's just not very good anymore. Unless it's like Pikachu with Fake Out E-Speed, or, I don't know, Magnezone and Sandy Shocks, right? Because they have Tri-Attack, which is a multi-hit move, which is good. That's 127 power. It has like really good effects, right? It breaks through Focus Sash and stuff. But Golem doesn't get, I mean, I guess I could give him Tri-Attack, but he's not very fast, so it's like, wow, Quick Claw, Galvanize, Tri-Attack, like, would I rather have that or Volt Rush? Especially because he already has Mega Launcher for offense anyways. That's the other thing, is Mega Launcher is just a better ability. So, and it also makes sense. So, yeah. And then I like Graveler being more defensively oriented, although it is still offensive. Like, it can still do offensive stuff. It's still strong. It still has good attack. And then that Volt Rush boost as well for physical sets for in terrain, or just rough skin or sturdy. Also, weakness policy, rock polish sturdy is like Chef's Kiss, incredible, consistent, strong. It's just really fucking good. You can also, so keep in mind that Rock Polish gives you accuracy now. So moves like Thunder, Supercell Slam, Focus Blast, and Fire Blast, which are the only inaccurate moves he has, I believe. Yes, those are the only inaccurate moves he has. Those 4 moves won't miss with Rock Polish up, so that's good too. Specifically Thunder and Supercell Slam being like 125 and 130 power moves, not being able to miss is really nice with Rock Polish and weakness policy and stuff. So yeah, that's all really fun. I mean, there's a reason Rock Polish is so late in the game, right? Level 57. Shell Smash, I would personally I would ban it. I feel like it's boring. But yeah, Sturdy Shell Smash is great. Mega Launcher Shell Smash is great. I don't need to explain how good it is. It's just really strong. But I would personally either ban it. It's there for flavor. And like, if you want to abuse it and you want to sweep, you can. I just don't. It kind of goes against the spirit of the game, you know. But if you want to go for it, you can. At the very least, it'll be hard to 6-0 because the only way he has to break sashes is like Rock Blast or Pummel, which he needs loaded dice for to be consistent with. Although Mega Launcher, Shell Smash, Rock Blast could kill things in 2 hits potentially. Because when you're using multi-hit moves, you're supposed to be planning as if you're only hitting twice or 4 times with loaded dice, not anything higher than that. But yeah, Shell Smash, not a very, I mean, Quick Claw and stuff will also outspeed and cheese your Shell Smash Golem, so it's not like it's completely broken, but yeah, definitely pretty cheesy. Specifically because of Sturdy, right? Yeah, thanks for listening, though. That's pretty much it. Explosion stuff is, I'm not even going to bother talking about it because it's not, this game is balanced around nuzlockes. It's good for AI. Explosion and Detonator both 250 times 1.5 times 1.5, like over 400 something, I think 560. It's really strong. Let me actually do it. 250 times 2.25. 562.5 base power. So yeah, I mean, if you're not doing a nuzlocke, go ahead and blow shit up, right? I mean, sure, go for it. But yeah, Electro Ball is also pretty good. That's Mega Launcher boosted, and it gives you +1 speed. So you can, it'll be really weak on the first hit. It'll be only 40 base power. Although that becomes 60 with Mega Launcher, and then you can keep snowballing and getting your speed up and up and up, and then you're going kind of crazy. You can also do like Charge Beam combo with that. It's pretty fun. So yeah, thanks for listening, y'all. Leave a comment down below what you think. I really do love these guys. I'm really happy with how they came out, and hopefully you guys do as well. Peace.